Hey, it's Nick Tuminello here. One of the things I've been hearing for years that a lot of coaches do that I don't really coach. I'm not telling you how to coach, but I'm telling you something that I don't really see the value in, is having people tighten up unnecessarily muscles while they're doing a certain exercise. So a great example, probably the most glaring example, is planks, right? Where I'm here, get nice and straight, and sure, I could posteriorly rotate my pelvis, and I see why that is, because a lot of people kind of anteriorly rotate or overuse the back. That I get. But when you start just saying like, super tighten your abs and tighten your butt, and now push your shoulders into the ground and drive your elbows, and just try to tighten every little detail, and then people go, oh my God, like I didn't ever realize that a plank could be so difficult. So I'm dealing with a little bit of a knee injury here, so I'm a little bit hobbled. But I didn't realize a plank would be so difficult. That's the best way to do a plank. Is it? I'm not saying it's going to hurt you, but imagine if I just did that. Let's take another exercise. Bicep curl. I can change your world of bicep curls by saying, squeeze your glutes, tighten your abs, squeeze your shoulder blades together. And every rep, as you're just contracting every muscle in your body like you're standing on stage like a bodybuilder while you're doing curls, of course it's going to be difficult. But why do you do that? We don't apply that logic to other exercises. We do it for squats, maybe when you're going heavy because you think it helps build up some tension. Maybe it's like some new version of the Valsalva maneuver, right? So again, I don't think it's going to be bad, but I'm just not a fan of the logic that let's just make people contract other random muscles they don't need to contract. Otherwise, your body would have contracted them automatically because your body would be responding to the load. That's kind of how it works. I don't need to think about contracting my biceps. My biceps contract automatically when I'm doing the bicep curls. Yes, I can focus on contracting my biceps more, but that's the involved musculature. It's already involved. But why would I contract my calves, my quads, my glutes, everything else, my pecs? Why would I do that, right? You don't apply that to other things you do in life, right? When I'm walking, the reason why you don't get tired when you walk is because it's an efficiency. You're just working on storing and releasing energy. So if I thought about contracting muscles unnecessarily while I walked, I'd walk 10 feet and I would get tired. It's a very inefficient way to train your body. And there may be, if there's some carryover to that, you may be teaching your body to contract muscles unnecessarily, and that may make you more fatigued than you need to be when you're doing exercises where efficiency is needed. And in sports, that's what really conditioning is. Conditioning is done to help you be more fatigue resistant, which means you can go a little bit longer without getting tired. Well, the easiest way to make yourself tired is to teach your body through training that it needs to contract all these muscles consciously that don't need to be utilized. It's not a very efficient way to do things. So I certainly don't think it makes an exercise better or highlights your weaknesses. To me, to be as honest as I can be, I think it's something that looks cool for demonstration purposes, and it goes along with coaching instructional diarrhea, along with telling clients to breathe. They are breathing, otherwise they would die or pass out before they died. Your clients are breathing. They don't need to be told to breathe. Their body takes care of that on its own. And your body doesn't need to be told to contract other random muscles, at least this is from my perspective, that it's not doing. The only time I would say exception to that is if you lost some sort of proprioceptive capability or motor control, like you got surgery or post-knee injury and you need to bring that concentric training, that mind and muscle connection back. In the rehab setting, I get it, but we're not talking about the rehab setting. We're talking about the training setting. I think it's overdone. I think it's overcoaching, making people contract all kinds of muscles, and it's inconsistent with what we do in every other exercise. If it's better for planks to contract random muscles that aren't involved in planks, why don't we do that for bicep curls and triceps? Why don't we do side shoulder raises and tell people to contract their quads and their glutes and their jaw and everything else? We don't do that because it doesn't really make good sense.